Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to bringing the Division video. What I guess today is something a little bit different. As you guys can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about the most underrated weapon talents in the game at the moment. If you guys didn't know, I used to make these videos quite often in previous patches for 1.7 and 1.6, even 1.5. I made these videos and a lot of people said I'll help them out, so I was like, you know what? I might as well sit down and make another one for 1.8. Now if you guys didn't know, I also did a video on the best talents for this patch. If you are new to the game, if you're coming back for some reason, and you want a little bit more help with weapon talent and what to use on your weapons like your assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, whatever it is, I will have a link in the description below you guys can check out. It's going to be on the best talents for this patch. So as I said, if you guys need some help, make sure to check out that video. With this patch, there's a lot of changes. As you guys know, electronics is kind of useless. The way to go and the way to make your build is firearms and stamina. And with this type of mentality and this type of meta, I would say there's some talents that are really underrated that no one really uses. And some people that use them know exactly how good they are. But if you don't use them, if you never really heard of them, I would recommend trying them out at least on one build. So the first weapon talent I do have for you guys is Determined, and in my opinion, this is a very good and necessary weapon talent in PvP. If you don't want to run this on your primary weapon, that's understandable, but for your secondary or even your pistol, this is something I would recommend having 100%. With the reduction of skill haze and pretty much not having skill haze on your build as much as in 1.7, getting your skills, for example your booster shot for a little bit more damage, or your pulls to conceal yourself, or even mark enemies and, see where they're going, or even something like Immune Station, can take a while to get. Now with having Determined, as I said, even on your secondary weapon or your pistol is very reliable, and as long as you kill enemies when you're not in gunfights, or for example, let's say you're chasing someone, you use a pulse and, your pulse expires, but you don't have any skill haste on your build, you can use Determined, you can kill some NPCs as you're running, and you will get your pulls very quickly. Now, if you're making a specific build and you do not have enough requirements in order to unlock this talent, as I said, I would recommend rolling this as your third free slot talent on your weapon, so you still get the benefit from using it even as your secondary weapon. The next weapon talent I do have on my list is Predatory. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the most underrated talents right now, especially with how stamina and health works in this patch. Having something like Predatory once again on your pistol or even your secondary weapon is a really good choice to have. As you guys know, in a dark zone, in order to heal yourself, you either 1 have to use a medkit, kind of obvious, 2 have to use a immune station, or 3 you have to use your first aid. Now with the little skill haste people invest into their builds, you will not have your immune station or your skill back in about 30 seconds if not more, and also if you run out of medkits, you're pretty much screwed. If you're in a gunfight and you are just running away, or you're fighting someone one-on-one, having something like Predatory just to kill your NPC that's shooting you in the back, or even kill the player, can save your life really easily. The reason why it's so good in my opinion is because no matter how much health or how much stamina you have, it will always heal you for 35% over your health for the next 20 seconds. So as I said, you could have 200k, you could have 600k health, it doesn't really matter, it will always heal you for 35%. In my mind, if you're not using Striker or Nomad 6-piece classified, and you do not have this talent on your weapon, at least one of them, you're really missing out, because as I said, once you're out of medkits, once you're out of your immune station or your first aid, you're pretty much screwed and you will die instantly. Last but not least, we do have the most underrated weapon talent for SMGs in my opinion, and what that is hurried. Now hurried is really good in my mind, especially for last stand or skirmish, because how much action goes on and how often you will be reloading. Pretty much every single time you're in last stand or skirmish, you are reloading 99% of the time. Now what's really good about hurried is whenever you're using SMGs, your critical hit chance is automatically really high, and what's really good about this talent is every critical hit increases your reload speed by 10% to a minimum of 1 second. So if you do get a lot of critical hit chance, if you have over like 50% critical hit chance on your house, your MP7, your Navy MP5, whatever it is, you are going to be pretty much reloading instantly every single time. Now yes, this kind of sucks because you're missing out on a specific talent like, responsive, deadly, unforgiving. You can't really use those 3 combinations on your weapon. But once again, if you're using Alpha Bridge and you are thinking about using, a submachine gun build with it, I would highly consider using this talent as one of your options. But yeah, that's pretty much for the video. As I said, those in my opinion are the 3 most underrated weapon talents in the game right now. Let me know your feedbacks in the comment section below. I always am curious and always love seeing what you guys have to say and kind of interact with you guys as well. If you have any other talents you think are really underrated and not a lot of people use but are really good to use, especially now in this patch, as I said, let me know in the comment section below. But anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I respond to all my comments. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Trust you, okay, give you real address. I can't trust you, okay, give you real address. It don't mean that be like Jerry Stack. I might fall in love with my trap house.